apps, right? So the restaurants create.
Hey Mudahar, hope you're doing well.
All the dating sites, all of them.
This just seems super far-fetched. Like, they'd be wasting far more money on this bot network than they would ever get off of the 2 or 3 people that would show up blind to a date, and then also be okay with ordering a meal after getting stood up. There's so much work for that. Like, I don't believe that. Like, I don't think this is actually something that's happening at all. Maybe that one guy did get scammed, though, because it sounds like she had ordered drinks and then he had to pay for it. Did you hear of restaurants scamming people on dating apps by having bots match with them, not show up for dates, and then the scammed buy dinner while already there? Sounds like the worst plan ever. They probably spend more on the bots than they would ever get in returns. If you match with a bot, set up a dinner date at the restaurant, the date doesn't show up, I feel like most people would probably just leave. They'd be so upset and embarrassed. That seems like a conspiracy theory. I don't believe that one. Let me see. I don't even know what to type in for this. Maybe this. There's one source for it. The Daily Dot. I'm not super familiar with them. But the source, even deeper, comes from TikTok conspiracy theories. I'll upgrade in a minute. Hold on, actually. Let me just go to the TikToks itself. It'll be faster. No, never mind. Here. There's like 3 different ones. Thanks a membership star. These restaurants are getting dirty. It's a phenomenon known as food digging, and it preys upon a universal basic human emotion as its primary impetus in getting people to go out and visit their place of business, the pursuit of love and romance. And a viral TikTok that accrued 621k views. Nosy points out several instances where folks discovered that they were hoodwinked by a dating profile pretending to be a real person who was interested in meeting up with them for a date. However, the date requests almost always shared a common theme. The potential love interest in question wanted to dine at a particular spot, which the other real person on the other end of the conversation would agree to and show up to. How would you even gather that data? I imagine most people wouldn't want to share this information. Where's the original TikTok? Let me see.
You're scamming.
Met this guy on a
These are resub
dating
Chand.
app, and he immediately asked me out on a date to a specific restaurant. He confirmed day of. I get to the restaurant and see that he's nowhere to be found.
Jackson.
So I reach out, no response. I check the app and notice that he unmatched me. At that point, I was a little confused and I was kind of pissed because I was already dressed and I got all the way there. And because I had put in so much effort, I thought I might as well just have a meal while I am in the building.
This just sounds like very specific to
like
this one case. I don't think this is a big scam.
From a girl at that same restaurant who also got stood up. She found out that there are restaurants now posing.
How'd she find that out?
Apps, just so you go to their business.
What was her method?
Once you get stood up, they know that probably 9 times out of 10 that you're going to buy something from them. And that just blew
There's no fucking way. That's not gonna happen.
Video, and this is the first one. The person said, don't waste your time with this one, ladies. Talk about this guy by the name of Antonio, which we believe is a bot. You can pause to read it, but in a nutshell, he told her that he had to cancel the first time, and then the second time he told her to go to this specific restaurant. She goes, he doesn't show up, so she stays and has dinner and a drink. And then that's when they went further down the rabbit hole to find out this restaurant actually had partnered up with some bot app to create fake bots.
Is this the evidence of... Oh, wow. I wanted to read that, but then this just brings up other TikToks.
Apps to lure women and probably men into the restaurants so that when they get stood up, there's a high likely chance that they're just going to
what bot group did they team up with? Where's that?
It's not new. It's actually a phenomenon. And it was first found out that it was occurring in India or the Delhi area. And this guy by the name of
Thanks to the gifts of Muhammad.
Saying his name right, had posted this story time on Twitter literally just like a week ago, and basically said that he had got stood up at this restaurant by this quote unquote girl, which he believes is a bot, and he ended up paying like.
Well, this one makes a little. I hate not being able to pause it because then I can't read it. This one sounds like more of a believable scam because it sounds like like the fake date on the other end had ordered drinks. He showed up and then had to pay for it when he got there, if I'm reading that correctly.
1,000 rubles or whatever that converts to in US dollars. But yeah, he got stood up and then he realized this is a bot. But there's a name for it. They're called food diggers. And it's restaurants that partner with bot apps, right? So the restaurants create.
Hey, Mudahar, hope you're doing well.
All the dating sites, all of them.
This just seems super far-fetched. Like, they'd be wasting far more money on this bot network than they would ever get off of the 2 or 3 people that would show up blind to a date, and then also be okay with ordering a meal after getting stood up. There's so much work for that. Like, I don't believe that. Like, I don't think this is actually something that's happening at all. Maybe that one guy did get scammed, though, because it sounds like she had ordered drinks and then he had to pay for it. Oh, of course I went to the Hyde Park Cafe when I was in school. That place was ratchet. This shit got crazy there. Looks like no, I don't think there's any world where restaurants, like fucking local restaurants, are hiring bots to stand people up on dating apps so that way when they go to the date, they order. Like, I really think 9 out of 10 people will leave after getting stood up as opposed to stick around and order food and drinks. And even then, let's say they do. You maybe get like a couple of people to bite on that. That would not offset the cost of buying all the bots. Like, there's just no way. It would probably be more cost effective to just straight up advertise. It'd be more cost effective to spend it on anything. Literally anything. Because you're only getting one person at the table maximum anyway. It's a stupid idea. Like, I just don't think that's real. I really don't.